Back in session next week, Biden will be in France, and Trump hits a pair of fundraisers in California. One America's Zach Petersen gives us the scoop for the coming week.
Here's a few stories to keep an eye on in the week ahead.
Dr. Anthony Fauci is back in the hot seat Monday to testify amid a House probe into the origins of COVID-19. It's Fauci's first time back on Capitol Hill since retiring from the federal government. Earlier this year, Fauci testified behind closed doors, admitting the 6 feet social distancing rule was unscientific and the lab leak hypothesis was not a conspiracy theory. All this after refusing to answer specific COVID-19 questions more than 100 times. Also on Monday, jury selection is set to begin in Hunter Biden's felony gun trial. The first son will be in court, marking the first time a sitting president's child faces criminal charges in U.S. history. He's accused of lying about his illegal drug use on a gun purchase form in 2018. He pleaded not guilty to federal charges, even though he's admitted to being addicted to crack cocaine at the time. It's not clear whether Hunter will testify. If convicted, he faces up to 25 years in prison. On Tuesday, Attorney General Merrick Garland will face the House Judiciary Committee on Capitol Hill. They're investigating how the DOJ has become politicized and weaponized under Garland's watch. And an education subcommittee will examine the consequences of Biden's border chaos for K-12 students. Third House committee will look at what it will take for the U.S. to power artificial intelligence. Lawmakers will hear what experts think is necessary to meet the growing energy demands, all while maintaining a reliable grid. And voters in Montana head to the polls Tuesday for the state's primary election. On Wednesday, the U.S. Census Bureau will release its monthly trade deficit report. In March, exports were $257 billion, but imports were $327 billion, a $70 billion deficit. And also on Wednesday, the House Intelligence Committee will examine the nomination of John Bradford Wiegmann to be General Counsel for the Director of National Intelligence. On Thursday, President Biden will be in France to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings in Normandy during World War II. President Macron will host Biden for the weekend ahead of the G7 summit in Italy the following week. And on Friday, all eyes will be on the highly anticipated jobs report for May. In April, employers added 175,000 jobs, which was way below expectations. And Trump is headed to the 90210 on Friday for a pair of fundraisers. After rubbing elbows with Beverly Hillbillies who bought tickets for somewhere between $5,000 and $250,000, he's headed to another one in Huntington Beach.
For those stories and more, check out our newscast on OAN Live or visit our website at oann.com. For One American News, I'm Zach Petersen, and that's The Scoop on Next Week.